We're going to multiply using standard algorithm, and we're going to do 3-digit by 2-digit, meaning we have 3 digits on the top, 2 digits on the bottom. With multiplication standard algorithm, it is important to understand that we are multiplying right to left, meaning we're multiplying our ones, tens, hundreds, so on and so forth. So we start in our ones and we multiply leftward. For our first two examples, I have indicated which numbers are in our ones place with the O. Our T's indicate our tens place, and our H indicate our hundredths place. For example, with 432 times 78, the 2 and the 8 are in our ones place. The 3 and the 7 are in our tens place, and the 4 is in the hundredths place. When we're multiplying with standard algorithm, it's best to always add the number that has the most digits on the top and the number that has the least amount of digits on the bottom. So here, 432 has 3 digits. We want that on the top. 78 has 2 digits, so we want that on the bottom. We're going to start multiplying in our ones position on the bottom, and we multiply by our ones on the top, then our tens on the top, then our hundredths on the top per digit that's on the bottom. So we start with 8 times 2 is 16. I'm going to bring my 6 down and I will regroup my 1. I'm going to circle it to indicate that I need to add that 1 once I reach that point. Now we do 8 times 3 is 24 plus 1 is 25. I'm going to bring my 5 down and I will regroup my 2. I'm circling it to indicate that I need to add it once I get to that point. Now we do 8 times 4 is 32 plus 2 is 34. I do not have anything further to multiply here, so I'm just going to bring it down. So we have 34. Okay, now I'm done with my 2. I can mark that out. I'm done with my 1. I can mark it out. I'm also done with my 8. I can mark it out. We already finished multiplying our ones on the bottom, so now I'm going to go to my tens. In my tens place, it's very important that I do a super important step, otherwise my product or my answer is going to be wrong. So I'm going to multiply my 7, which is in my tens position. That answer is going to start right here. Therefore, I'm starting in my tens. I need to put a 0 as a placeholder in my ones position down here. And I'm doing that because I'm starting in my tens. I'm moving on to my tens. I need that placeholder there as a 0 in the ones place. Now that I have my placeholder, we can multiply. So we do 7 times 2 is 14. I'm going to bring my 4 down and I'm going to regroup my 1. So I'm going to add my 1 and I'm going to circle it to indicate that I need to add that once I get to that point. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 1 is 22. I'm going to bring my 2 down and I'm going to regroup my 2. I will circle it to indicate that I need to add it once I get to that point. Now I do 7 times 4 is 28 plus 2 is 30. So I don't have anything further to multiply here, so I can just bring my 30 down. I will add these numbers. Again, these are called partial products. I will add these together. It's important to stay aligned. That way you don't get mixed up with what numbers you're adding together. 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 4 is 9. 4 plus 2 is 6. 3 plus 0 is 3. There is nothing on top of this 3 here, so it's just a 0. So 0 times 3 is 3. Now it's important to also add my commas. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, comma. My product or answer to this is 33,696. So 432 times 78 equals 33,696. We move on to our second example, 543 times 89. Again, we're going to multiply our bottom digits with our top ones, we always start in the ones position. So I'm going to do 9 times 3. Then we move on to our tens position, 9 times 4. Then our hundreds position, 9 times 5. So again, my order is 9 times 3, 9 times 4, 9 times 5. So if we do 9 times 3, we do get 27. I'm going to bring my 7 down, and I will regroup my 2. And the reason I regroup is because I still have other numbers here to multiply. So I need to regroup that too. I'm circling it to indicate that I'm going to add it once I get to that point. 9 times 4 is 36, plus 2 is 38. I will bring my 8 down. I'm going to regroup my 3. I'm going to circle it to indicate that I need to add it once I get to that point. Now 9 times 5 is 45, plus 3 is 48. I do not have anything further to multiply here, so I can just bring that down. So we have 48. Okay, I'm done with my 3, so I can mark it off. I'm done with my 2 that I regrouped. I can mark it off. I'm also done with my 9, so I can mark it off. And I'm marking it off so I don't get confused once I keep going, because I may very well have to continue regrouping on top of these digits. Mark them off. It's going to help you stay organized. We finish multiplying with our ones on the bottom. We're moving to our tens place. Because we are moving to our tens place, we're going to start right here. Therefore, I need to add a 0 in my ones place as a placeholder. So I'm going to add that 0 there. And now we can start multiplying with our tens. 8 times 3 is 24. I'm going to bring my 4 down, and I'm going to regroup my 2. I will go ahead and circle my 2 to indicate that I need to add it once I get to that point. Now 8 times 4 is 32, plus 2 is 34. I'm going to bring my 4 down, regroup my 3, circle it to indicate that I need to add it once I get to that point. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 3 is going to be 43. I do not have anything further to multiply with here, therefore I can bring it down. So I have 43 there. I'm going to add these guys. Again, these are called my partial products. So these are my partial products, and I add them together to get my product.